This is Hannibal here. And I was just talking to Jack Kilby, who's actually in Boston right now, but attended the AEW event in Springfield, Massachusetts last Saturday. No Moxley, Cassidy, Penta, and Thunder Rosa. We're not there. I don't know who else was and wasn't there, but definitely those ones weren't there. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. He sent me this cell phone clip he took of Tony Khan.
Everybody, as soon as we get done with this great episode of Collision, don't go anywhere, because when we get done, we're going to film next week's AEW Rampage!
What stood out to me of that is that they film Rampage after Collision. And this is just honest critique or maybe advice. Jack Kilby told me the show actually started about 15 minutes late. It was supposed to start at 7:30. It started at 7:45. Then the very first match was a Ring of Honor match for the Ring of Honor streaming service that was a ladder match that had weapons and blood. Here is my suggestion, okay? And this is just an honest suggestion. It's not a critique, but I noticed at the Collision in Ottawa, which by the way, there was also a lot of false advertised people for, they film Ring of Honor after Collision and everybody left. And Jack left for the Rampage tapings, and a lot of people left for the Rampage tapings this past weekend. Here's my thought. Instead of having the ladder match, first match, and starting the show 15 minutes late, why don't you film Rampage from like from 7 to 8 while the fans are still there, instead of having the ladder match with the blood and all the Collision tapings, then asking them to stay for Rampage after, and then they all leave, so they're not even there to see Rampage. You'd think that the ladder match with weapons and blood, maybe even though that's a Ring of Honor match, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara was in it, why not have Tony Khan come out at the start, do the Rampage taping, then do the Collision, but say that there's a ladder match featuring Dusty Rhodes and Sammy Guevara immediately after Collision. And because most people are going to, even though ladder matches are overdone, most people would stay for the ladder match instead of having like the most crazy match of the card first, then the main taping, and then like trying to beg people to stay for the third tier programming. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. And Jack Kilby said he felt bad for the little girl that was dressed up as Orange Cassidy, and he wasn't there.